Hi everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares, and these are for my Adorn It design team, and I am part of the design team for Dianna Marcum stamps, and these particular stamps are the June release for the Recipe Subscription Club. If you have not received yours and you're signed up for the Recipe Stamp subscription, they'll be coming out to you soon. There was a delay with manufacturing. It's not AdornIt's fault. It just, things are taking longer to get manufactured now, and that's what the delay was. But these are the June release, so you can't actually go and pick these up on the website now unless you had subscribed to the Recipe Subscription Club, but they will have more a la carte like in a month or two. They just don't have any extras at the moment. So I'll link them down below, the subscription club, in case you're interested in signing up, and you can get the rest of the months that are coming out. So anyway, I did just get this in the mail the other day, and this, like I said, is the June subscription, and mine is stained because I used some India ink on it, and it stained the stamp, but that doesn't matter. It still stamps fine. I don't have like a certain stamp cleaner or, like a stamp cleaner that will take this off, but it still stamps fine. So doesn't bother me. Anyway, this one is the Honey Bun Cake stamp, and this is, like I said, the recipe for June, and it is really, really cute. It comes with a little bee that is off center there. I use that as well. Be happy, the little honeycomb, and then like a trail for the bee. And this stamp, every month the subscriptions come on this carrier sheet, this size carrier sheet. This stamp, the main stamp, is a little bit smaller than the other ones that have been released so far, but it does have the extra one, so that's always nice. So that's the main stamp set. And then this is the add-on. As you know, if you have been keeping up with the Recipe Subscription Club, you can also sign up for the monthly add-ons. And this is the add-on for June. And it comes with, I just thought this was adorable, this little jam jar that says local honey, and all the details on it are so cute. I can't wait to show you what I made with that. It comes with this that's, it's like a honeycomb with some flowers on it and a cute little bee. And then there are all these other extra flowers, this sentiment that says sweet as honey, and another bee. So this is a great addition to this stamp set if you're able to sign up for both of these. And yeah, so I have 3 different projects that I wanted to show you. And the main one I made is for a page in my recipe book. And if you've been watching my videos, this is my recipe book that I put together for all of my Dianna Marcum subscription stamps. So just a refresher, this was the first one, the chocolate chip cookie recipe, and this is about a 6x8 page, I think. Yeah, it's 6x8. And then the next one for May was fruit salad. So chocolate chip was April, this is May, and then I made a June one. So let me show you that one first, and I'll explain how I made it. And yeah, this is it. This is the honey bun cake, and isn't that cute? Oh, I love this stamp, and I like all the stamps that I use to go with it. So let me just start from the stamp itself. I stamped this in Memento black ink because I wanted to do some alcohol marker coloring with this one. And I actually paper pieced the hive part. Looking back, I probably didn't need to do that because it's kind of hard to see the pattern there, but it does look cute. So it took a little extra effort, but no big deal. So I stamped it on this flowered paper, and this is actually from Lawn Fawn. And I also stamped it on a piece of 80-pound white paper. And then I just cut out the hive and glued it on top of the white paper one. If you watched my video, I had a recent video last week on how to do paper piecing. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't seen it. And then I did some more coloring through all the, the flowers, some shading. I did ink blending with, think it was Speckled Egg Distress Oxide, and just added that around the edge to make it look like sky. And I used a green alcohol marker for the grass. This die that I use for the frame is from Penny Black, and it's a zigzag stitch frames, or not frames really, it's more of a rectangle, but I love this die and it was a perfect size for this image. And then I added a couple different layers of papers, just ones that I thought worked nicely together. This paper in the background is actually a Pebbles paper, and I put it on upside down, so I'm going to have to put something on top of that. But that's what the other side looks like, which is also very cute. But I just needed like a yellow honey beehive kind of paper for this. And then I went ahead and stamped it with, was it this bee? Yeah, it was this bee on the add-on stamp sets. And I just did it with Memento Black ink and stamped it off the page a little bit in some spots and on the page in 2 other spots. For the banners that I made, I used the stamp that's also on the add-on, and it's this one here. It's like a vine of flowers. So I stamped those onto just some white paper, and then I cut banners just with my paper trimmer. And then I used my tracing wheel to do some faux stitching on them, and then I added some enamel dots just to, add a little extra dimension there. And I colored these with alcohol markers as well, and I edged them with the same Speckled Egg Distress Oxide that I did this one, just to kind of bring it all together. So because this recipe was a little bit smaller and I still had my 6x8 paper to fill up, that's why I added a bunch of different layers, and I think it looks really nice that way and fills up the space and still adds some interest. So that's my June page. Actually, I don't know if I have I have to get out my bigger refills, unless this one is. Oh, okay, this one is, because some of my refills for the pages are divided, but this one is a bigger one. So I'll just add that in while you guys are here. And yeah, this recipe book is really coming along. Okay, so yeah, so now there's June, May, and April, and June might be my favorite so far. I'll probably say that every month. So yeah, let's move this to the side. I'll leave that page open and we'll move on to my next projects. All right, the next one I used the add-on set, and I did use the local honey stamp like I mentioned. But for this one, I used a new ink pad that I just got from AdornIt. They sent it to me as part of their design team, but it is available on their website. I know they were sold out for a while, but it is back in stock as far as I know, and I will link this below. So this you can use for your watercolors. I'm not sure if it works with alcohol markers, but I do know that the designers at AdornIt use this for watercoloring, so that's what I did. I stamped the local honey stamp onto some hot press watercolor paper and used my AdornIt India ink pad. So this is what it looks like, and my cute little tag. So for the tag base, I used a charcuterie board set. This is by Scrap Diva Designs, and I know this is sold out a couple times. It might be back in stock, the tag set. If so, I will I'll leave it linked down below, but it comes with 5 different size charcuterie boards. It's a really great versatile die set. But anyway, back to the stamp. So this one I colored with watercolor. Did I use pencils? I think I used some pencils and some like watercolor paints. So I think it came out pretty cute. For the honey, I really like how that looks. It looks kind of like honey to me. I mixed a few different colors, and yeah, I think it's all right. I'm quite a beginner at watercoloring, so I'm pretty good with how this came out. And I used some stickles for the little dots on the fabric on the jar and then on the button, and a little bit here as well. Excuse me. And I used the little bee and the trail that's from the main stamp set this month, or in June. There's the bee and the trail. So I just thought that was a cute little touch to the honey. And then I used a rickrack die from Impression Obsession on the bottom, and this is a little flower button. I put one on the top and the bottom just to kind of bring them together, and tied some pearl cotton behind them and hot glued those on. Yeah, here's rickrack 2 as well. And I edged everything with some tea dye Distress Oxide. This orange paper is from AC cardstock on the base of the charcuterie board. The back I used this Michaels paper, and this was in a springtime paper pad from this year. It's got some gold foiling, and I just thought the bees, of course, went well with this whole theme, and it does have the trails on the bees too. And this is just some trim that I'd gotten at Hobby Lobby. So that's my little tag, and yeah, I was pretty happy with how that came out. I think it's adorable, and I think it'll make a nice tag on a gift. So that's my second project, and my third one is a different technique. So this one I did alcohol markers, and this one I did watercoloring, and this one I did some embossing. And isn't that beautiful? I love this gold and yellow and navy blue combination. What inspired me for this paper pad, or for this project, was this paper pad that I just picked up at Hobby Lobby. I needed some like bee theme papers, especially for these projects. So I was at Hobby Lobby today looking for some other things, and I came across this paper pad, and Paper Studio is half off this week. So I picked this up, and as you can see, I've broken into it already, but it's got really pretty blues and yellows and golds and whites. So I like that combination a lot. There's a little bit of pink in there as well, kind of like a corally pink. So I didn't see a large one of this. Maybe they were sold out. Usually Hobby Lobby will have the small and the large version, the 6x6 and the 12x12. So anyway, I just got the 6x6, and that came in handy. So this is the tag, and for this one I used another die set from Scrap Diva Designs, and this is the round charcuterie board tag, or it's not really a tag set, it's a die set, and you can make it into a tag. So I'll link that down below too if I can find it. And this is the image from the add-on, and that's what that looks like. So I stamped this with VersaFine embossing ink, and then I added some gold embossing powder, and I'm always referring to it, so I wanted to show you what it is. This is Ranger embossing powder in gold. They sell this at Hobby Lobby and probably Michaels. I'm not sure, but I love this gold embossing powder. It's just wonderful. So I did that, and then I added a few different layers. This layer here is also a round charcuterie board that I just clipped the top off and added a bow that just covers the top where I clipped off the rounded part. And this bow I made from a new die set from KSCRAFT that I showed in a video last week. Oh, I love this die set. What a pretty bow, right? And I did use paper from that Paper Studio Bees paper pad. The yellows and the blues, I love it. And so this layer here is navy blue with little gold bees. Well, kind of like mustard. They're not shiny gold. And then I used a brushed gold for the background. And I love how you can see the stitching really well on that gold layer. So the gold works back to this gold layer. This is just a circle that is a little bit bigger than the charcuterie board. So I cut that out a couple times just to add a nice frame. And then for the bee and the honeycomb, I colored these with alcohol markers because once it's embossed, I'm pretty sure you could do any kind of coloring you want because, you know, that embossed ink is not going anywhere. So if you wanted to watercolor, you could. I was thinking about doing that, but I just went with the alcohol markers because I didn't want to go crazy with it, and I just thought a little bit of extra color would look nice, so that's what I did. And I have just a mishmash of different kinds of alcohol markers, so I just picked and chose the colors that I thought would look nice. This Sweet as Honey, I embossed this with a navy blue shimmery embossing powder. Let me show you that one. This one I had picked up at Michaels. It's the Recollections brand, and this one is called Royal Blue. and I just thought the blue would go perfectly with the blue papers. So yeah, it looks really cute, right? I think. And this one is also from the add-ons, the Sweetest Honey Sentiment, and I just love the font and the cute little bee on there. So I just put that one onto a circle, or I cut it out with the circle after I had stamped and embossed it. And I edged the edges of this one and with this one with Scattered Straw Distress ink. So, and then up here, I punched a hole with my Crocodile and I added an eyelet in like this honey yellow color. It came in a yellow set that I had gotten from Zulily? I don't remember. I can never remember where I get stuff, and that's what the back looks like. So I added a layer of craft paper on the back to make it really nice and sturdy, and I think this is a really, really pretty tag. It's big, as you can see, so this could be good as a decoration in your house, add it to a gift package or something like that, but I really like it. I think this is probably, I don't know, they're all my favorites. I like them all. So those are my projects this month for Adorn It and their recipe subscription stamp club, recipe stamp subscription club. I will try and link them down below. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be back soon with more crafty videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love it if you'd stick around and see all the crafty videos that I have to share with you all. And thank you again to all of my returning subscribers. And thanks for your comments. I will be back soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.